The tool didn't change, only the heart behind the hand that held it. That's the razor-sharp clarity Jesus wanted his followers to grasp. Here's the tricky part. Most people don't realize their hearts have been hijacked until crisis hits. The entrepreneur who burns out chasing endless profit suddenly realizes he traded family, health, and peace for one more deal. That's why Jesus warned, "What good is it for someone to gain the whole world yet forfeit their soul?" Mark 8:36. He was giving a crash course in business priorities, centuries before Wall Street existed. If you want a practical exercise, try tracking your spending for 30 days. Not just big purchases, every coffee, every subscription, every donation. At the end, ask yourself, does this ledger reflect God's kingdom values or my impulses? That little experiment reveals the true alignment of your heart faster than any sermon, because money flows like a river, and the banks it carves tell the story of your soul. Here's the hopeful news. A surrendered heart transforms how you make money. When Jesus is at the center, business decisions shift from "what can I get" to "how can I serve?" That doesn't make you less profitable, it makes you unshakable. Your heart determines whether money is a slave that works for you or a master that works against you. And this is exactly why Jesus chose parables to teach business wisdom in the language everyone could grasp. Parables as business lessons. Jesus was a master storyteller, and his parables weren't just moral tales, they were business case studies wrapped in everyday language, the parable of the talents. In Matthew 25 is one of the clearest examples. A master entrusted his servants with money, expecting them to multiply it. 2 did and were rewarded. 1 buried it in fear and was condemned. That's not just theology. It's a blueprint for how to make money with courage, wisdom, and accountability. Notice how Jesus emphasized risk and return. The servants who invested took action. They put the money to work. They didn't wait for perfect conditions or hide behind excuses. Isn't that exactly what entrepreneurs face today? Fear paralyzes many from starting a business, but Jesus made it clear. Faith without action leads to loss. Even in investing today, whether in stocks like Apple or ETFs that track the S&P 500, the principle is the same. Growth requires engagement, not passivity. Another powerful parable is the Good Samaritan in Luke 10. At first glance, it seems unrelated to money, but look closer. The Samaritan didn't just show compassion, he spent his own money, covered the man's medical costs, and promised future payment. That's capital allocation at work. Jesus highlighted that love and business aren't opposites. They intersect when money is used to serve.